Hey guys, Alison here, and I have something special to share with you today. I wanted to share the progress that I have been making in my third daughter's first year album. What I have decided to make for each girl is like a synopsis album of their first year. So it's got the birth story and then sort of each month growth progression ending with their first year, birthday party year, something celebrating their first year. This is the first one that is more a realization of my vision. The other two albums, my other two daughters, it's a work in progress, put it that way. So I've also been taking Shamel Lane's the scrapbook process class currently, and I wanted to share that with you right up front because some of the ideas in here are directly from that. So this is the album, and I'll take you through it really quickly. Oops, sorry. I haven't decided what the sort of introduction page is going to be. Initially it was this page, but the more I looked at it, the more it sat there in the front of the album, the less happy I was with it. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this, but I think it's going to have to change somehow. And then I have a page that you've probably seen before about the baby shower that my sister-in-law threw for me. And then this is her birth story page. Just getting a little bit smushed. And then these are the pages I wanted to talk to you about today. So we'll come back to them because I've got stories to tell about them. So then we start 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. I haven't done her 4-month page yet, but I have a kit put together. This is something that Shamel talks about in her class. So that's all ready to go. 5, 6, 7. Again, same for 8. I've got the photos and I've got some supplies to make that page, as well as for 9. I've got her 10-month. And then I've just got photos for the 11 and 12, and then nothing for her first year yet. A couple things thrown in the back that, in fact, I should put right in here because they're for her birthday page. So as you can see, it's a work in progress. There's some layouts that are sort of kitted up, as we like to say, and some that just have photos. But this is a great way. I love Shamel's process because this is a great way to remind yourself as you're flipping through what still needs to be done. So I still need to pull supplies for these layouts. And then of course, obviously I still need to make the ones that have the kits in them. So let's go back to this page here. And I'm just going to grab, I did complete the layout that's going to go in on this side. I just haven't taken photos of it yet, so that's why it hasn't gone back in my book. So let me just grab that. So this spread is going to be about meeting her family. So on this side, we've got her meeting her big sisters. And then on this side, it's going to be about meeting her grandma and grandpa. And then my middle daughter's name is Christine. And my husband's sister is Christine, and she was one of the people that we named her after. The other was my paternal grandmother, who was named Christine. But I wanted to include that story as well. I haven't pulled any pictures of my maternal grandmother yet, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to write myself a note and I will search for some photos, and then I can add them to the other side of this. This is just a 6x12 divided page protector, and I will have to tear the album apart to put it in, but I eventually will put it in. So there, now I've got myself a note. So I will try and find some photos of my Grandma Campbell that I can add, and that will complete the story about how Christine got her name. I also don't have photos of my parents with Christine, and I'm not sure why. I will have to look and see if I have any. But today I wanted to create this layout. All these items are stash items. In fact, the papers that you see, I put aside years ago. I started making some pages for my eldest daughter, and I found some really cute baby themed pages, like a stack, a paper stack, you know, all bound together. And there's so many in there that I've continued to use them for my next two daughters. So I like that continuity of the albums. Even though the pages are completely different, I like that for their first year, the albums feel similar, in that I've used similar products. My style has completely changed from when I made my other two albums, my other two daughters' albums, but using the same products, I think, sort of brings a continuity to the story as a whole. Okay, so now I will try and find photos of my parents with my daughter and make this layout for you. Okay, so this is slowly coming together, and because my photos, well, first of all, I found one of my mom holding my youngest. It is a completely terrible picture of my mom, but it's the only one I had with her in the hospital, so I'm going to include it. And because my photos are bigger than the ones in the sketch, which I'll bring back in for you. Here's the sketch. This one has teeny tiny little photos, which is not really my style, but I thought I could expand it a bit, which is what I have done. So the blocks of paper that I've cut to go behind the photos are bigger. I've added a third strip, and then instead of a lot of little flowers and blingy and stuff, I've got the various little cards that I had in my kit. So now I'm actually going to put the sketch aside and not refer to it, and just make it my own. Now all my pieces are adhered, except for this one. I am having second thoughts on this one. I'm not sure if it really works. Maybe with my tags in it will. These are from the same collection, so they'll help bring that blue color and the light blue from here sort of up to here. I don't know. I'm starting to feel not convinced. I feel like maybe I'm trying too hard to bring that blue in. So you know, I'm going to take these off for now. I still want to keep this here, but I can, the title in the sketch is up here, but I could move it down here, or I could journal right on here. Also, this background, while it might look busy on camera, is pretty good for journaling on as well. Now I do have, I don't want to forget to use this, so I'm just going to put some pop dots underneath that and just keep it handy, because sometimes I forget. I do have this green. It's not quite the same green, and then this has that pink again on it with some gray, which might work. So I'm just going to stick it to my mat there for a moment. Let's look at these. Okay, maybe I think I can use this sort of like how Chamel uses washi tape to indicate where she's going to add embellishments. So I can put embellishment there. I can add a little something up here. pink down here. I got a little bit extra, so I'm just going to put that back on my sheet in case I need it. Okay. Do I want to have yippee and happy together? Probably not. And now that's looking quite red against that pink. I'm sure it'll all work out somehow, right? Let's see what this blue one looks like with it as well. Not convinced on the blue at all. I might just have to pretend he's not wearing a blue jacket and just go with pinks and the greens. Okay, now it is time, I think, to go back in my stash, try and find some letter stickers and some more embellishments that will help pull this together for me. I've been digging through my stash and prepping a few things. I have a pack, let's see if I can pull it out here, of these Studio Calico mistable butterflies. In fact, I think I even have a second pack in my stash. And you see, this side is basically full, never been touched. This one is starting to be picked over. So I have pulled out some, and I have used my Heidi Swapp Primrose Color Shine on them. I did that yesterday, so they're all dry. And also from leftover of this cardstock, I have die cut 3 doilies. Now, I have this wonderful die that has these 3 different sizes of doilies. However, they don't punch all the way through really super well. So I've been using my paper piercer to try and get all those little bits out. To be honest, it's a little frustrating. So I'm going to be tucking them in so you can't tell that they're not punched all the way through. And then I think this one I will add on top of this blue one here, which means I probably have to cut it. I've pulled out some letter stickers. I've got some different choices in green and a hot pink glitter. I also found these chipboard word stickers from Heidi Swapp. Maybe the hello could, or the love could work in there. I haven't totally sorted out my title yet. And then this was in my kit that I made a kit for all of my pages, and this is in my master kit, and it's got a few different green stickers that I think I could maybe work in there. I want to bring the sketch in for a moment. It's got some of these bling swirls, and that's not really something that I do a lot of, but I happen to have some blingy swirls in 2 shades of pink, so that might work. And then I've also got these that I've been hanging on to, and we need to get onto a layout. So, all right, so that seems like a lot to get working on, and I think I will sort out my title first, and then I can work everything else under here. And as I was showing these to you guys, I just think, because I was thinking I was going to use the hello, but I think actually I will use the love. Figure out the best place to put it. Maybe there, and then have the word little on top in these hot pink stickers. Now let's just make sure I've got all the right letters that I need. 2 T's. Excellent place to start. I got an E. All right, we are looking good. So I think I will do that. And because these photos have been printed at home, I really only have one shot to get this stuck down in the right spot, because I can't move them. I do have a couple of these asterisks that I could maybe work into the embellishments as well. It'll depend. I've got a lot of pink going on in the embellishments, so I'll have to temper that with some of the green, like from the green stickers. My apologies for my voice today. I don't know what's happened. My older 2 daughters are sick with a cold, so perhaps I'm catching it as well. Who knows? And I want to work in some green before I add anything more that's pink. And I do need journaling as well. One of these, it's not much. I can maybe just journal right on there. That's probably what I'll end up doing. So I like the flowers on this sticker, but I didn't like, well, it's not I didn't like the words, but some of the words at the top were not necessarily what I wanted to say, so I think I need to find something else. I think that'll work. Tuck it in a bit more. I realize I'm covering up a lot of the flowers, but I really just want a hint of them. And then I can cover up that corner with this heart. That one just peeled right off the sticky back backing. That's okay. Every good scrapbooker has multiple sources of glue on their table, right? That one did too. Guess that's what happens when you leave them in your stash for a long time. Let that be a lesson. Use it or lose it. And let's see if we can work in some of these. I'm not a big fan of these, to be honest. I find them a little bit you know, over the top, but let's just see. Oops. It's not the worst thing in the world. Okay, moving on. I think I should get my journaling in before I do anything else. All right, there's my journaling on. I think I pretty much have everything that I want on here. I had pulled that sticker out, and I think I'm just going to put it right back. If I can find the sticker sheet. There it is. The other thing that I do want to do, I'm just going to pull in the other page for a moment. So it's not a double page spread by any definition, but I do want there to be sort of similar elements. I know that all the papers are from similar collections, but looking at it, you probably really wouldn't be able to tell that. So one way to pull in each side. I mean, I've used some of these same stickers are from the same sticker sheet as this one, but I can also pull in some of these little word stickers, see what I have. And it's not essential, but it's little things like that, I think, that help tie your album together from the first page to the last page, especially if you're telling the story, like a story that spans a length of time, like this one is a full year. And yeah, I think I will. I just feel like this is a bit of an awkward space there, and I was hoping to fill it with you know, something like this, but that is just not really working. What if I find smaller ones and put them on top of the butterflies? That might work. And the best day ever is a little bit of a play on words because our last name is Day. And let's see, is that stuck fast? Yes, it is. Is this one stuck fast? No. Actually, no, I don't really want them. I was wanting to close that gap. Again, I've got this sort of gap there, but nope. And one says today. And what can I put over here? Yeah, you know what? I think that captured my heart. Is appropriate. My husband's father is completely smitten by all his granddaughters. But I think in particular Christine, because his daughter is named Christine. So. Okay. Let's see about adding some of these big gems. I might just need the one up there. Although, it's my prerogative to change my mind, right? I just thought of something I can use. Might look better. I had said I might bring in some of these, so I think that is a better option for these areas that are troubling me. Okay, that's where I'm going to call it done. It definitely feels a little bit outside of my normal style. If you compare it to that one, which I would say is much more my style, where I've got, you know, 4x6 photos and lots more paper layers. This one I know that I have followed a sketch, put it that way. But I'm quite happy with it. I think it worked out. And that's the whole point with Chamelle's class and her prompts. I mean, this isn't specifically a prompt, but it's definitely one of her suggestions is to pull some sketches, include them in with your kits, your page kits, and allow them to take you in a direction that perhaps you wouldn't go on your own or haven't been in a while. So I think this is good. Okay, excellent. one more page down for this album, and I hope you enjoyed the process. See you soon. Bye-bye.